Hello everyone, my name is Clay Croft, and this is my wife Rochelle, and we're with Overland. We produce an adventure travel series where we travel around the world, show everyone our adventures, and tell people how to do it, and the gear they need to do it as well. You can find us on YouTube, on our Expedition Overland YouTube channel, or on our website, xoverland.com. And stay tuned right now for a sneak peek of our latest series, the Alaska The Last Frontier series that we just released right now. There are times when one needs to step away to a place that inspires him. And if the journey is big enough, then the adventure will meet him there. Alaska is a vast place, and it's the ideal place to find the better version of yourself. Adventure has its way of introducing one to himself.
You want to rip it up in there, not like.
And deep down, we all desire to have our skills challenged. To learn from others. To trust your brothers. And to be your own man. And perhaps work together to perfect your craft. Adventure introduces things that scare you. It teaches you to take initiative. It forges us into the better version of who we are and what we're meant to be. You got fast-moving water in the center. Okay. To thrive in the adventure, we must work hard, stay humble, pursue quality, not quantity. We must allow ourselves the time to create. And to find out what truly matters to us. And in the end, the person you came in as will be left for the version that returns. Who that is up to us. To the overland traveler, the destination is only the looking glass we choose to observe what is within. And hopefully, the process of adventure will lead us into ourselves, and that inner place is truly the last frontier. Overland introduces a new 5-part miniseries of our adventure into Alaska and the last frontier. And we guarantee that all of us, and you, won't come out the same.
Hi, I'm Roxy Lee with Roxy Talks. Are you ready to live your life to the fullest and manifest your dream reality? I can help you. Through coaching and mentoring using my signature 360 method, I've got the tools you need to manifest an incredible career and success in every area of your life. Head to roxytalks.com for more information and tune in to Roxy Talks on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and all podcast platforms. Coming up next, Ink Factory Studio brings life to words, making information easier to learn and more fun to retain.
This group of creative masterminds has developed a way to bring visual storytelling to the next level. Who hasn't gotten lost in their notes in a big presentation or a business meeting? Well, let the talented artists at Ink Factory in Chicago handle your note-taking with inspired visuals and an experience you and your team won't soon forget. You talk, they draw, it's awesome.
So we were working with some of the world's largest management consulting firms. We had the opportunity to travel across the US, but also internationally.
We were working internationally all at the same time. Lindsay was down in Australia, Dusty was in Czech Republic, as was I, for different reasons. And we ended up meeting in Prague at the Charles Bridge. The week later, Lindsay and I met at the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and that idea of bringing this to kind of more of the mainstream kind of came to life about what do we do, what's next for this visual revolution.
So Ink Factory is a visual communications firm that specializes in visual note-taking. And what we do is we take complex information and we draw that in words and pictures to make it more accessible, easier to understand, and to clarify information for people. And we can do that live, or we can do that in the form of videos, illustrations, and then we also teach what we do.
I think since day one, Ryan, Dusty, and myself have set out on a path to have fun, but also to create a business. And it just so happened that we had the ability to attract really creative talent to help us propel this business. We are 12 strong right now, starting from, again, those humble beginnings with just the three of us. And we don't see ourselves stopping anytime soon.
Our mission is to create visual experiences that inspire and engage. But paired with that, our vision of a world where visuals are the universal language. Everybody has a story to tell, even if that's hyper-technical with insights from a drug manufacturer's research council, or a keynote speaker telling a story about how their life got to be. Everybody has a story, and it's just told in a different way. And I think being creative-minded, open listener, and being able to synthesize those, you can take something that's very technical and assign a visual to it to create that story, to create that connection between the content and the audience. That audience can be one person, that audience could be 10,000 people.
When Ink Factory is taking this complex information and distilling it, what that does is it increases data retention for people, because when you pair visuals with text, people remember more things. So it aids in understanding, it helps to focus information or clarify it, and it also just makes it more accessible. So people can understand a complex scenario when it's drawn a lot easier than just typed out words.
Working at Ink Factory is awesome. I still am lucky, like every single day when I think about the fact that this is my job, I kind of can't believe it. Everyone here just really takes care of each other. What I do is I take complex information that I hear in meetings, in conferences, and in a variety of other situations, and I synthesize that information into visuals on a page that people can look at to reference and understand these ideas.
So our brains actually process visuals 60,000 times faster than text, which is just like, how fast is that? So fast, because our brains evolved before written language. And so by using the visual language that Ink Factory's developed, we could really help people understand things quickly. Another fun stat we like to share is that people remember 80% of what they see, but only 10% of what they hear. And that's kind of just also crazy, but speaks to the visual language if you have the gift of sight. So our mission here at Ink Factory is to create visual experiences that inspire and engage. And as we were developing our corporate values, the first one we came up with was create awesome work, because That is super important to our brand. Everything that we do is quality. It's a very collaborative process, and all of our administrative team and our artistic team is really committed to that. And you'll see lots of swarms and huddles discussing, the best service for our client or the best way to execute a project. And so our brand is very important to us, and we always tell our clients that we only have one team. We have one A team, and that's it.
I think our culture is unique to Ink Factory. I've been in the workforce for a long time, been working since the single digits, so I've been in a lot of jobs, and that's, again, one of the things that keeps me at Ink Factory is the culture, the fact that they do celebrate mistakes, and you're not chastised for them, so nothing's a big, serious issue. Lindsay likes to joke that we're not doing brain surgery here, so it's okay, we can make mistakes and learn from them.
One of the things that we say here at Ink Factory is we want to be that one vendor that you don't have to worry about. I would say one of our goals from a sales perspective is to really be that visual communication partner. So we've got a lot of different offerings here at Ink Factory, and we want to make sure that our clients are aware of those.
We are a small business, and we are a women-owned business, and we just want to make sure that we're representing everyone.
From a single sheet of information to a full-fledged visual event, this team brings your brand language to life.
What up, y'all? I'm Kevin Curry, aka Fitman Cook, and coming up, I'm gonna show you an amazing weeknight meal whenever you are short on time.
If you're wondering what to make for dinner, but you're short on energy and time, this is Weeknight Wonder. Here are the main ingredients. You can use a frozen cauliflower rice or frozen brown rice, onion, diced tomatoes, light coconut milk, some lime, spicy curry, my Fit Cook Cajun seasoning or a low sodium Cajun seasoning, coconut sugar, your choice of green veggie, rotisserie chicken or some portobello mushrooms, and an optional ingredient, cilantro. First thing we're going to do is prep the green veggie. I'm going to place a broccolini on a baking tray, lightly spray with some oil, then we're gonna roast these for about 10 minutes. Then pop the frozen brown rice and cauliflower rice into the microwave. Let's dice up the onion, then remove the skin from the rotisserie chicken before chopping it up as well. I save the leftover meat and bones to make broth or for Max, the resident studio garbage disposal. Mixing the brown rice with the cauliflower rice increases the heartiness of the meal, but with fewer calories. Add some cilantro, lime zest, and lime juice, and you just leveled up your rice game. Grab your favorite skillet, set it on medium-high heat, add avocado oil or coconut oil along with the diced onion. Sprinkle in spicy curry powder and the low-sodium The Fit Cook Cajun seasoning. Don't be stingy with that flavor. Act like it's Thanksgiving. Toast the seasonings with the onion before adding light coconut milk. I like to give it a good stir before adding the chicken and diced tomatoes. And then bring this to a light simmer and let it cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. Smells bomb-tastic. Finish it off with lime zest to lift the flavors, and remember, season to taste with sea salt. No bland food here. Take it off the heat to cool and thicken, and then make it rain a little cilantro or parsley. Grab one of those snack nut packs from your meal prep. Got some cashews here. Then build your Weeknight Wonder meal. This delicious Weeknight Wonder recipe took about 5 minutes to prep and about 20 minutes to cook. So total time in the kitchen, roughly 25 minutes for multiple servings to feed a family or to enjoy for meal prep. I'm gonna do one for the team. Can I devil go?
It's your meal.
I mean, yeah, all right. Let's go, man. Hallelujah. Is it a good one?
Heck yeah, Kev.
Hey. Get this recipe and the nutritional breakdown over at fitmancook.com.
Thank y'all so much for watching. You can find my entire The Fit Cook collection, including that Cajun spice that I just used in this recipe, over on Amazon or by visiting thefitcook.com. Now stay tuned for more culinary trends with industry and influence.
Cretors and Company was started by my great-great-grandfather back in 1885 when he invented the first popcorn machine. Since then, the business has been passed down through the generations, and we're now, with my brother and sister and I, on our 5th generation. We invented the popcorn machine, but that we've continued to move on from there into other things. The next thing would be that we're on our 5th generation. There's not a lot of businesses that have kept the business in the family for that long, and it's an important part of not only my family, but a lot of the families of the people who work here. And then the last thing is the innovation. Even though we are an old company with a long history, we're not stuck in our old ways. We continue to try and find new solutions to current day problems, and we continue to do that.
When you're buying a machine or any piece of equipment with Cretors, you're getting the best. There's no question that the amount of time and engineering and thought process that's gone in it is there. I think there's dependability. Cretors stands behind their equipment. Cretors stands behind getting it right. They stand behind making sure that you have a solution with them. And I think after that, it's partnership. Cretors is in the business not just for themselves, but for you, and they want the whole industry to grow.
So it was 1991. I was in my late 20s, and the headhunter called and said, "Oh my gosh, I have the perfect job for you. It's the travel industry. They're known as the Cadillac of the industry. It's all about quality." And I said, "Really? What's the product?" And she goes, "Popcorn machines." I'm like, "What? Like, how many can you sell?" Well, I'll tell you, 30 years later, it's a lot. So when you walk in the door, I think you feel it at Cretors. Most people come in and they get that real nostalgic kumbaya feeling. And then as they continue on through, they see that there's a lot of ingenuity that goes behind it. So we're all about the quality, the integrity, and the ingenuity. And it goes through the entire company.
Yeah, one of the things I learned quickly here was the history. Not just the history of the company, but the history of all the employees that have worked here over the years. And you still see a lot of familiar faces that have been here anywhere from 10 years to 20, 30, even 40 years. Again, I just started my 23rd year, so I embrace that, and I look forward to being part of the history as we continue to evolve here.
I mean, that's what draws people in. When I talk to them, I bring them here, talk to them about the union and their benefits and what it's about working for a family. They treat you like family. I think that's the most important part, because you're only as good as the employees that work for you. So treating them like family, they respect you for that. And since I was out in the shop for so many years, my first 22 years were in the shop, I knew what it was like to be one of the guys, but I also know now what it's like to be the plant manager and to earn their respect.
There is a fit for Cretors, there is certain people who work well here, and turns out I fit in with the family, and here I am 11 years later, so if you're easy to get along with and you enjoy coming to work and doing your job and going home and being happy with that, then you'll fit in fine here. It's a good place to work.
So we say what we mean and we do what we say, and that's kind of the bottom line. So we do our work with integrity, and quality is of the utmost importance in innovation. The Cretors family will tell you it's their name on the machine. It has to work every time out of the box.
Each of us work in the business on a day-to-day basis, and I think it's easy to get when you step out and you see what a part of these amazing experiences are that people are having, going out to carnivals and going to cinemas. And popcorn is a big part of that. Like I said, it's just really very humbling to be a part of that, and that closely tied to their happiness. And if it weren't for the people that were here that don't carry the Cretors name, it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be nearly what it is today.
And that's how Cretors, a 5th generation family-owned business, blends time-honored tradition and impressive innovation. And it's delicious too.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jana Angel with Media Zone Studios, home of the Palm Beach podcast. And as a media professional, it's so important for me to be able to connect with my viewers on a targeted and tailored basis. And that's why I loved getting to meet the team at Stirista. Starista is revolutionizing the way that we connect with clients on a daily basis to grow that digital relationship. Gone are these days of random email blasts. This is quality, consistent conversation with your ideal client. With a partner like Stirista in your corner, you can be sure that your marketing dollars are making major money moves for your brand. Now, let's head to Texas and meet Stirista.
Hey everyone, I'm Jana Angel, coming to you from San Antonio, Texas, to talk technology that's making a difference in the way we do marketing. Starista is a cutting-edge, data-driven company connecting brands with their ideal audience online and beyond.
Stirista has data sets that we utilize for companies to either make their data better, or they take our data and use it to find new customers, helping them find people that might be interested in their products.
So much of marketing is finding the right audience and make sure you're getting your message or your offer, whatever you're trying to sell, in front of the right people. And Starista has knowledge about people, their interests. We can layer that on top of what we know the end goal is for a marketing campaign and make sure you're getting in front of the right people, and so it's the best use of your marketing dollars. Data is what makes what we do different and helps us produce results for clients. So you can have the most beautiful campaign in the world, but if it's not getting in front of the right people, it's not going to produce results, and you're not going to get that return on investment on your marketing dollars.
Not all data is created equal. Our data is, it's best of breed in my opinion. We've got few levels of verification. So we've got an email address that's tied to a postal address. So that makes it what we call deterministic data. So we know this to be true. It's a one-to-one match. So we can send an email to an individual, and that same individual, when they log on to ESPN.com or wherever it is that they're online, we can serve that same person an ad. Instead of spraying and praying and just trying to hit anybody and everybody with your impressions, the idea is to efficiently and effectively spend your budget, and by the way, make sure that you're showing the right people the ads wherever they are in their customer journey.
So without using data, clients are going to have a high risk of wasting their marketing budget because they're going to end up basically throwing away money to people they know nothing about. So it's a huge benefit for them to be able to use data and be able to understand more about their customers and who they're targeting. Knowing what your customers like and dislike is going to help in all sorts of areas of decision making, including product development, creative, and obviously marketing campaign decisions.
We are vertical agnostic. We can work with anybody. Anybody that's looking to acquire new customers is a perfect fit.
We work with a lot of sectors. We work with retailers, telecom, automotive, investments. The thing is, everybody who is trying to bring in customers needs to find the right audience. So the most important thing is, if you know your ideal client profile, we can help connect you with your ideal client profile, whether you want to email these group of people or speak to them on Facebook or run a campaign on a platform like Hulu. But the other thing is, if you have a customer database and you're not sure who your ideal client profile is, we can help you analyze that. And based with the information we have in the Stirista identity graph, we can help you understand your customer base better so you can better market to the people you already know. And then also, because we now helped you find your ideal client profile, we can help you target prospects that match your ideal customers as well.
We consider ourselves something of a data solutions provider. We don't really try to pigeonhole ourselves as an agency or any particular thing, but we do work with a lot of end clients as well as agencies, and I think providing tools and offerings that can empower those partners, whether they're an end client or an agency, is really our sweet spot. Whether it's the software tools or leveraging our team of campaign experts, or even just the unique data that we have on tap. These are all very unique opportunities that we can offer to the clients to provide value for them in their campaigns.
We have essentially categorized every client into a great client, a better client, a new client, and we're targeting each person with a different coupon depending on how we have seen their purchase habits. And that's kind of the ideal situation, is being able to provide a brand that level of solution where they're walking into the store, they're providing their email or phone number, and being able to tie all of those things together, and then you create a marketing channel around it. So instead of kind of your traditional method where you're blasting out coupons and emails and direct mail to everybody, it's really targeted to you as an individual.